time stakes as we approach the end of the season. Bowl positioning, playoff spots, all on the table, but only if you find a way to win. Welcome, everyone, to the home of the Arizona State Sun Devils, Mountain America Stadium in Tempe. As we'll see a team looking to make it back to the CFP this year, the Baylor Bears, taking on the winners of 5 straight, the Arizona State Sun Devils. Glad to have you with us for EA Sports College Football. I'm Reese Davis, David Pollack and Jesse Palmer with me in the booth. Guys, we are ready to tee it up. Sun Devils will boot it away to start the game. He'll bring it back from inside the 15. Nice job by the kickoff team. Everybody stayed in their lanes, and they'll stop him at the 16. From the gun, they'll try to impose their will. Knocked down, could not turn the corner, and already this offense behind the chains.
Well, just nothing doing on that last run, and they knew coming into this one they were going to be challenged, right? This is one of the best defenses in all of college football. For them to have any shot, they're going to have to do a lot better running the football.
Lost 5 on that first play, and now it's 2nd and 15. Wants to throw. It's Owens. And that's going to fall to the ground incomplete. That was a physical matchup there. 3rd down coming.
You know what I really like about games like this at this point in the season? You find out who you are. You find out whether you're going to stay in the race.
And who can step up and handle the challenge, right? This is easily one of the toughest games to date for both of these programs coming into this one. So there's a lot of eyeballs, David, on this game to find out who's mentally and emotionally the toughest.
Yeah, and we're going to point to this game as we get later in the year and big decisions are made. You've got a top 25 win. You beat them in the middle of the season, X, Y, and Z, so these are big for the resume.
On 3rd and long, a check down would be the last resort. Shoots it to the left. That ball is caught past the marker, but he is out of bounds, and it'll be 4th down.
I think for the quarterback, he's going to have to be so good with his eyes in this game. You're going up against one of the best defenses in the country. You've got to look guys off, especially when you're trying to throw to your primary target like he was on that last one.
And the punt team gets down there and gets the return man on the ground. Trying to start the drive with a pass. And the incomplete pass had a lot of juice on it. Let's think a second about Arizona State. Really interesting matchup here. It's always fun when the top 2 teams in the conference get to square off in the regular season. With all the expansion, it's become a little bit of a rarity, hasn't it?
It has. Obviously, there's so many teams in each conference, but head-to-head still very much matters. So if you're sitting, obviously, at the top like these teams are, the head-to-head this day will really matter down the road.
Yeah, this was a game we circled way back in the preseason, expecting these 2 teams to be as good as they are, and now we get to find out who's the best in conference. Both these teams relishing this opportunity to show not only their opponent, but the rest of the conference who the top dog is.
He'll try it again on 2nd and 10. He's open on the right. Just what this offense was looking for. Sets him up at the 26 with the 1st down.
Well, that's one the defender would love to have back. Great coverage there on the corner route. That's a 50-50 ball. He just has to do a better job high pointing it at the top. The receiver beat him to the ball and made a big play.
Now on 1st and 10 from the 26. From the shotgun, the handoff to the back. Gets it inside the 25, down to the 22-yard line with a pickup of 4.
And I kind of like how the running back didn't mess around. Like, just get downhill when you see an opening. A lot of times they close so fast, man. Be decisive, stick your foot in the ground, pick up 3 to 4, and we are not going to complain.
Halfway there on 1st down, it's 2nd and 5. Tight end in motion, see how the D reacts. Quick release on the RPO. And just a short, safe pass play. They pick up a few.
Well, I know the tight end did some good things after the catch, but got to give the quarterback credit, too, for the location of the throw. Because he put it out in front of his big man, he was able to make the catch and accelerate, creating some distance there between him and the defense.
And the Sun Devils come to the line on 3rd and short, trying to convert here. The give on the option. That just never had a chance as they controlled the middle of the field and stopped him in the backfield on 3rd down.
And that play shows you really what this defense is about. It's a difficult one to attack. They're really good. One of the best in the country. They come at you from all angles. So I'm interested to watch. How do you mix up the play calling? How do you keep the defense off balance? Because they are a good one.
And they'll send out the field goal unit. Splits the uprights right down the middle. And that'll put the first points of the game on the board. It's 3-0.
And he'll take that first drive. Like, you wanted a touchdown, but you gave the people here at home something to cheer about on that first drive. Move the football enough to get your kicker an opportunity and to put 3 on the board.
Baylor has it back, and here comes the Bear offense. They went 3 and out on their first possession, now to see if they can be more productive this time around. From the gun, they'll give it on the inside. Stacked up after gaining a couple to the 23.
And what's the closest guy to the football, man? It's those defensive tackles, and those guards and centers have to work together. They got to get those guys and get some movement. They don't on this play, and the big fella eats. Nowhere to go. When you run into him, you usually meet the ground.
Got it in the middle. It's Paul. Moves up to the 34-yard line. Give him a 10-yard pickup.
I like the running back there on the route and the patience he showed, really setting it up. He got to the defender, he was able to put his foot in the ground, get some separation, catch it, and turn upfield for the first.
They've got a 1st and 10 at the 34. Looking to throw, it's Owens. Pocket breaking down. Hit hard as he released the ball on that first down pass, and it never had a chance.
I don't care how talented you are as a quarterback, but your accuracy always goes down when you get hit. Nice job by the QB scrambling, working to his right, but he wasn't completing that pass with that pressure.
Working well behind the sticks on 2nd down. Trying play action. And the defense has set him up, bringing it back. And he's going to take it all the way back. Touchdown, Arizona State.
He made that look a lot easier than it is. When you break on a football, you got to see it and go at the perfect angle. The free safety leaves his spot, goes and gets it, and then does the hard part, takes it back to the house for 6.
Lining up to tack one more onto that lead. And with the extra point, they're now up by a touchdown and a field goal at 10. Kickoff unit on the field, and this defense will be called on to protect this lead. From inside his own 15, let's see how far he can get. Didn't find any crease in that kickoff coverage, and he'll be stopped at the 17. Here comes the Baylor offense back onto the field. They've spotted them a 10-0 start. Now to see if they can answer on this drive. And he was fortunate not to lose yardage on that play, able to wedge it back to the line of scrimmage. Plenty of work to do here on 2nd and long. Looking to throw, it's Owens. Pulls it in. He almost picked up the first down on that one, but he'll be just a little bit short.
And a really nice job by the wide receiver. You run a drag route, find space. They're in zone coverage. They're not covering man-to-man. Find a little hole. Look at that QB. Y'all get on the same page. You could tell they were, and that's why they got the first down.
They'll stick to the ground, looking for the marker. They make the stop, but he'll have enough yardage for a first down.
That is how it's done on 3rd down and short. No doubt about it. An easy hole to get through and clearly get the first down.
If you really want to simplify football, the low man wins. That time the offense got the better of the D. Easily picked that up.
They'll mark him down at the 40 after ripping off 10.
And a great job by the QB, finding the running back, getting the football where he can do some damage after the catch, and most importantly, get the first down.
Looking to throw on 1st down. Rushes on him. Blasted as he lets it go.
Yeah, I don't know if the quarterback got confused on 1st down. He might have thought the defense was going to be in man coverage that time, but they were in zone. They fooled him, and just didn't seem like he had his eyes in the right place, was forcing that ball to his intended target. The window way too small. The guy was not open, so that didn't have that chance to be complete.
Time winding down in the quarter as they come to the line. On 2nd down, he'll try to make the connection. He's got an open man. And that's where they'll mark him, but a very productive play, and they'll move the chains. That's the end of the quarter, and Arizona State has the lead. And they jumped out to that edge early. As we wrap up the first, let's take a quick look at our game stats. They largely dominated the first quarter and built a nice lead to get started. First play of the period, 1st down here. Looking for a man. It's Owens. Sure hands. It's Paul. Got the completion, but nowhere to go as that defense reacted quickly. And the Bears trying to find their way forward after the big loss on the last play. 2nd down, he'll throw it. Bringing the heat. Oh, big fella almost had a pick right there. Instead, it falls incomplete.
You just wonder if the quarterback's trying to get it all back after throwing the pick the last time out. This time, that was not a good read. The defender was all over that throw. He should have intercepted that, but thanks to the drop, the offense stays on the field. This quarterback has got to take a breath, and he's got to settle himself down.
On 3rd down, he drops to throw. Intercepted. A first-half turnover can swing momentum. Stopped right at the 40-yard line, and this defense celebrating the turnover.
This is obviously not a great start for this quarterback here. 2 interceptions already in this game. He's got to do a much better job with his decision.
Arizona State has the ball back, and the offense making its way onto the field. He's got it.
Well, it's a great design on offense on that pass play there. You see they clear out the middle of the field. They leave a huge space wide open for the quarterback to attack. Nice timing on the throw.
The Sun Devils come to the line. This situation, you might see a shot play. Off the RPO, complete. Breaks into the open. Gets it all the way down to the 39-yard line. It'll be a first down. Really good job working through his progression. You get it to him quickly, and the big tight end has a chance to run a little.
And a really good job by the QB throwing an accurate throw. I got to hit those guys on the move, on the run, so they can do this. They can catch the football, get upfield, and chew up some extra yards.
Bad news on that play, it's an incompletion. The good news is the quarterback knew if his guy wasn't going to catch it, nobody was with that ball landing out of bounds.
Backed up now. Here's 2nd and long. Quarterback may change this route. Wants to keep it in the air. Throws for the tight end. Got him, and nobody's close. Touchdown, Sun Devils! Once he got a step, it was all over, right to the house. They've got the lead and trying to put this one in a hammerlock here in Week 10. Look, it's still early, but we have some real distance being put on the scoreboard right now.
You do. It's early, but you got to find something positive. Right now, everything going in the other direction. So how are you going to respond when you've been hit in the mouth early in this football game? Got to find something positive quick.
From inside the 15, here comes the return. Not a lot of space to be found. Good hustle by the coverage team. Stop him at the 21. Baylor has it back, and here comes the Bear offense. They just haven't been able to get anything going, and they better get started or it's going to get away from them, David.
Yeah, and these are the weeks that you really wish that you were playing a video game, and you could just reset the console, start over, Jesse, and make something better.
Oh, a lot of space. And what a huge chunk play for this offense. Just exactly what you need to move the ball down the field. That is a highly efficient way to move the chains, and now they are threatening inside the 40. He'll do it himself. Got the first down and more. Finally out of bounds at the 21-yard line after the big run.
This is an offense that can move the sticks in a whole lot of different ways. Now you're seeing it on the option here. Great job by the quarterback. Reading the defense, there's nobody there taking him, so he puts his foot in the ground, he gets upfield, and he's got really nice elusiveness once he's out in the open field.
Turning it on! Big pickup on the ground here to keep this drive moving and give them a first down.
And how about that for efficiency if you're on this offense right now? 3 plays, 3 first downs. They get that one running the football. Great vision and open field running ability. Everything they're doing right now is working. This play caller is in a rhythm.
Defense rose up deep in its own end on that last play. Now a 2nd and long coming. Back to throw, it's Hawkins. Flushed out of the pocket. Fires into the end zone. Picked off, and they ruin an early drive with the turnover.
It's really hard when that quarterback gets outside the pocket because it cuts off half of the field. Once he starts to roll out, everybody starts to sprint to the other side of the field. You know you're not going to throw it across your body going to the right. Great job by the defense closing it off and making the interception.
He wants to change this route. They'll come out on this drive and let it rip. Complete in the middle. Running wide open down the gut of the field. The 30. Past the 20. He's at the 10. And he ran away from the crowd, and he'll take it in. Touchdown, Arizona State.
Hey, QBs love their big tight ends, especially guys that can do such great things after the catch. He catches it. Dang, Palmer, he looks like a daggum receiver after he catches the football.
What a matchup nightmare, too, man. I mean, he's just too big for DBs to cover, and he's too fast for linebackers to cover. If I'm this QB, I'm looking that guy's way a lot more often than this one.
And he's not going to take the touchback. I know he thinks he can house every return, but sometimes you just have to take a knee as he stopped at the 14. They've got a little time here to put together a productive drive late in the half. Wants to go up top on first down. Quarterback strolling away from heat. You'll take this every time. 5 yards on the first down play.
Welcome to the frustrating reality of college football. Like, the guy at the quarterback spot, he can just do that. Pull it down, get positive yards, makes the defense have to account for him every single play.
Looking to throw, it's Hawkins. Throwing right. Makes the catch, it's Hudson. All the way out to the 43-yard line before he's pushed out of bounds, and this offense is on the move. Not the most productive half for this offense so far, but finally starting to get it in gear. 1st and 10. To the air on first down. Quarterback just flat missed it. Incomplete.
The offense just has not been able to find a way to get their rhythm going here in the first half. We just haven't seen it in the passing game. That was a really good example of it again. If they're going to score more points in the second half, they've got to make some adjustments here at halftime.
Behind the chains now on 2nd and long. Misfired on the last play. They'll go back to the air. Incomplete. He had to get rid of it before he wanted to. The defense put the heat on.
I know that one falls incomplete, but I love the idea of finding ways to get this running back the ball, right? You can hand it off to him. He's got really good hands. Already has a few catches in this game. I think you keep trying to leak him out of the backfield and let him take advantage of this defense throwing the ball.
They'll send the back in motion. Wants to throw it. Lets it go. Makes a connection. Knocked out of bounds after a good gain on that one. They'll spot it at the 43. The Bears have it with a 1st and 10. Looking for a man. It's Hawkins. Release to the back. That's reeled in. It's Paul. He's loose. And he ran away from the defense to take it in. Touchdown, Baylor!
Man, nice job getting the passing game going. This is big, man. Going into the half, and listen, I know you're trailing, but building some momentum. Maybe this second half we can keep airing the football out, cutting into this deficit, and who knows what the heck will happen.
And for a quick update, let's go to Kevin Connors in the studio.
Fellas, while we have a moment, let's peek in on what's going on in a big one in the American. Boston College will need to mount a comeback, but these fans remember when Zay Flowers earned All-America honors. They know this game is not over. They're trailing by 10 to Florida Atlantic. Ought to be fun, fellas, to see how things play out in this notable matchup in the American.
And how about that one? Kevin will be keeping an eye on everything going on elsewhere. First play of this drive comes from the 14-yard line. He's going to take off. This time they were able to keep him in check and stop him short of that first down.
Well, you're making a positive out of a negative. And that time, quarterback, nice job buying time. He's trying to throw the football downfield. Nothing there. So instead of throwing it away and getting the incomplete, just get what you can get and make this next down more manageable.
They're dealing with a 2nd and long. They weren't able to get that one off. It'll be a delay of game. That is a completely avoidable penalty. The quarterback just went into brain lock and lost track of the play clock. And now on second down for this offense. Wants to adjust the pattern. Wants to throw. He's working against the clock. Makes the grab. We got a timeout here late in the first half, and they'll try to get more points on the board before the break.
My old coach said you'll never go broke taking a profit. Take what's there, take the positive yards, and never complain.
And the Sun Devils are at the line looking to convert on third and short. Looking to throw on third. Oh, they really could have used that catch there. Physical pass defense. It brings up a fourth down. The Sun Devils will call on their punt team. The punter going to get his first work of the afternoon. He'll field the punt and try to make a big play. And the returner could find no daylight. He goes down. This late in the half, here's the question. How aggressive will the play calling be? Back to throw, it's Hawkins. Buys a little time with his feet. Got a man, it's Paul.
All right, defense, you know coming into this game you're playing a fast quarterback. You know it's not going to be easy getting him on the ground. You got to start thinking about how you're pass rushing. You know, rushing right up the middle and allowing him to get outside.
There he goes. Get it down to the 28-yard line. It is a first down, and they have to show some urgency here. They'll immediately call timeout. Just a few seconds remaining here as they try to put something up before halftime. Wants to throw on first down. Here's a heat. Didn't have much of a choice there, but to get rid of it.
In most instances, I would say really, really nice decision by the quarterback. But when you've got speed like this guy has, I think you'd sometimes, instead of throwing it away, would like to see him take off and see if he can go make something with his feet.
Looking to fire. Oh, they're after him. He snares it in the end zone. Touchdown, Bears!
That was a big touchdown for them, too, because they're still trailing. They've got a lot of work ahead of them here in the second half, but I think that's going to give them a lot of confidence now going into halftime. I can't wait to see what they do here in the second half.
And the PAT will draw them 1 point closer. We've played 2 quarters here. Time to go to Kevin Connors in our halftime update. And the Bears will kick it off to start the second half. Looks like he's going to bring it out. Not nearly as much as he had hoped when he brought it out in the end zone. He'll be stopped at the 15. Arizona State is going back on offense, and they come out looking for a spark. After giving up that last touchdown, they've still got the lead, but now feeling a little bit of pressure to answer with one of their own, David.
And it gets a little bit tight. Listen, we're getting later in the ball game. This offense punted last time. They got to find a few plays, Paul, that they really love here. Steal some momentum back in this ball game.
They do, David, and after watching their defense just get gashed down the field that last drive, the dream drive for this offense would be to matriculate the ball down the field, eat up some clock, and finish it off with a touchdown.
And the Sun Devils have their whole playbook open here on 2nd and inches. And the defense stops him just short of the first down. Maybe needed a few more chain links to move the sticks.
Well, the defense was trailing going in at halftime, and I think they made some adjustments against the run. They want to slow this guy down. That's a really nice start to the second half if you're on defense.
Quarterback adjusting the pattern. Looking to throw for it. Grabbed into marker. It's Hill. Found a little bit of room there to get it up to the 30 before going out of bounds.
It's all about critical downs and distances on defense. You want to be great unit defensively, you've got to be good on third down and in the red zone. For this defense giving up a third down like that, that is just a gut punch.
The give to the tailback. Oh, he's got some space. Really good job by everybody there. Well blocked, good run, and a first down.
Well, obviously the offense went 3 and out on their last drive. They're having a little bit more success here. That was a nice run, and I think that's the key, guys. If they're able to run the football, they're going to be able to stay on the field. And I think that's something you want to think more about if you're the play caller on offense.
Looking downfield on first down. And he got smacked just as he released the pass. It's incomplete.
And finally, the defense is able to get some pressure on this quarterback. They had been trying all game long different ways to affect him. Weren't able to get there. But on that play, because of the pressure, it affected his accuracy, and that's why the ball falls incomplete.
Plenty of distance between them and the sticks here on second down. After the incompletion, they go back up top. The quick out. They mark him out of bounds at the 42, and they're on the move.
If it ain't broke, don't fix it. This offense had so much success in that first half, so in the third quarter, they come out, and the quarterback looks like he's still dealing. This has been a really nice drive. That was a really nice throw. Just keep doing what you're doing if you're on offense.
Looking to throw on first down. Quickly to the tight end. He stopped at the 32, picks up 10 on the play and gets the first down.
It's a nice play call there. You've got 2-possession lead. You're trying to keep the defense guessing, right? Because you've got that lead, they know you're going to run it, but you still have got to be able to sprinkle in some shot plays and some vertical throws. That was really, really good thinking on that last play call by the offense.
I like the decision by the quarterback here. Just get the ball out of your hands, get it to your playmaker. A lot of times he'll dance and make even bigger plays than he did here, but it was still a positive game.
The Sun Devils with myriad options after that big pickup on first down. They'll go to work in the air on second down. Working that wide receiver screen. He's brought down, but he went backwards after that completion, not the way they had it drawn up.
I'll tell you, I just don't like throwing wide receiver screens against press man coverage. Receivers are not great blockers, and they just couldn't get it done there, and as a result, the offense actually loses a couple of yards.
And the Sun Devils come to the line on third and short, looking to keep the drive moving. They just keep firing. Fires to the wideout. Working the middle. They make the tackle, but he's got a fresh set of downs, and it's first and goal from the 7.
The defense has got to be able to make a play at some point here in the second half. You're down 2 possessions. You need to steal a possession badly. You need to have a takeaway. The coverage is going to have to be way tighter than on that last throw. Otherwise, this offense is just going to go up and down the field.
He is going nowhere. Stop at the line of scrimmage.
Great team defense on that run play. Everybody doing their job. People winning their one-on-ones, D linemen staying in their gaps, linebackers and DBs filling. You just can't do it better.
A designed run for the quarterback. He pushes it forward all the way to the 2-yard line.
This shouldn't be a surprise to anybody. If you've got the lead in the third quarter and you want to keep it, you got to bleed the clock. Best way to do that, run the football. And you're now seeing this offense call these run plays back.
Touchdown, Sun Devils! They punctuate the chance with a trip to the end zone. They'll try to add another to their lead. A methodical drive that they finish off by tossing it to the tight end.
And the tight end, I'll tell you what, this is a position that's evolved so much, right? And you see him move all over the field. It's kind of like, where is Waldo? You got to find this big fellow, especially down in the red zone area. This is the guy they're going to target, then make the big play, get the touchdown.
The ball pops out on the return. Bounced right back to them.
Wow, they narrowly avoid disaster there. They fumble the kick return, and if that goes to the other team, all the momentum is no longer with them, so a nice job being able to pounce back on that, and the head coach breathing a huge sigh of relief.
Quick pass on the fly motion. How about this sophomore stopping him short of the first down line?
And these little touch passes, man, they're just the easiest completions ever for quarterbacks. Palmer, I bet you would have loved being able to just flip it forward. That counts as to your completion percentage, which is good. And then it's all run after the catch, so pretty easy for a QB.
You wouldn't have been the only All-American in this booth, David, if I were allowed to have push passes when I was playing quarterback. I'll tell you that.
Looking deep down the right side. And the incomplete pass taking a shot on second down, and they'll be left with a third down.
And that's a really good job by this defense being dialed in. You got a big lead. You know exactly what's coming. This offense is going to have to make some explosive plays down the field. They were ready, they were disciplined, and made a good play on the football.
Back to pass, it's Hawkins. He'll take another shot here. Finds a spot down the gun of the knee. Running free. Slippery slide. Find his way and ran away from the crowd into the end zone. Touchdown, Baylor!
Big-time players make big plays in big games, man. And it seems like each and every week when this guy has an opportunity in the end zone, he's coming up with the big one. That time, great job focusing and concentration. Defense not able to cover him. That's his now 10th receiving touchdown on the year.
And he's going to bring this one out. Not nearly as much as he'd hoped when he brought it out of the end zone. He'll be stopped at the 15. Good news, I guess. A lot of room to work with as they start this drive from their own 15. Looking to throw on first down. And he will be sacked at the 6-yard line. The Sun Devils will hustle to the line.
I got to be honest, I'm a little surprised the offense is trying to go so fast here after giving up a huge loss on that sack. You'd think they'd want to just take a second, regroup before running this next play.
Second down, they'll go to the air. Unloads to the right. He got his hands on it, but couldn't hold on to it. And what a time that would have been for their first pick of the game.
Well, this defense was ready for go balls against this receiver and his speed. He's one of the fastest in the country. They knew this quarterback was going to try to take the top off the defense. That time they couldn't link up, but if you're on defense, just know they're going to try that play again.
Just enough time for one more snap before the end of the quarter. The offense changing the play. Some early movement along the offensive line, and they'll walk it back. So the decision has been made, and the coach will take the penalty. Time for one more snap before the end of the quarter. On third and long, he's going to have to turn one loose downfield. Connection to the right. They make the stop, but barely, and they might need to regroup as we have come to the end of the third quarter. Here comes the fourth. Time to see who steps up, who makes the winning plays to take home that W. And the Sun Devils send out the punt unit. This will be the second time they've had to kick it away. A high kick trying to pin them deep. Now a fair catch is called for and made just shy of midfield. Here comes the Baylor offense back onto the field. Not the day they had hoped to have, but when you are a ranked team, you are going to get everyone's best shot. And now let's see if they can pull this one out. And this will be incomplete. A big hit there forces second down.
Well, we've got a close game here at the start of the fourth quarter, right? This team obviously is down, but they're not playing it close to the vest. Being aggressive, first play of the drive, trying to throw it down the field. They're going to have to complete some of these if they're going to get this comeback win in this game.
And he's swallowed up at the line of scrimmage by the big defensive tackle. Now facing a 3rd and long. Dropping back, it's Hawkins. Finds his big tight end. He'll be stopped about 2 yards short of a first down.
What a snag. How about that catch, man? When he threw the football, you're like, no, don't throw it. But the big fella says, it's my ball. I don't care if anybody's near me. He'll make the catch. That tight end just earned some money.
They knock him down, but he's got enough to get it across the line and pick up the first down.
Well, I don't think the defense was expecting run on that last 4th and 2 play. Good job by the offense keeping them off balance with that play call.
Wants to go up top on first down. Takes a hit as he fires. Can't make the connection. The pressure there caused the missed timing.
I don't know about the decision that time by the quarterback. He may have been expecting man coverage, but that time the defense was in zone, and they did a really nice job closing the window. The intended target was not open, and that's why that one fell incomplete.
They'll throw again after the incompletion. Makes the grab. It's Hudson. He's brought down quickly. Minimal gain there. Still a bit short of the first down.
How nice is it in this offense to have your best receiver playing in the slot? You're matching him up against linebackers, against safeties, or nickel corners. Nickel corners are oftentimes the defense's 3rd best cornerback. This guy is virtually uncoverable.
Shotgun snap. Wants to throw it on 3rd. Moving away from pressure. Now well within striking distance as that 3rd down play gets them a first at the 29. The Bears are flying down the field. Rides the back and leaves it. And a good solid pickup there before the defense knocks him down.
Coaches always harp about staying ahead of the chains, and when you can run with that type of efficiency on first down, man, you are doing just that.
Back to throw, it's Hawkins. Fires to the right. He caught it!
Well, down 2 possessions. Good news is you get the completion. Bad news, though, did not get out of bounds. You know right now, saving the clock. That is at a premium for this offense.
From the gun, he'll try to throw. Touchdown, Bears! You thought they were done. They're not. They're back, baby!
Each and every week, I think this coaching staff does such a good job of scheming ways to get this guy the football in the passing game, and defenses can't cover him. With that last catch, this is now his 10th receiving touchdown on the season.
And he's not going to take the touchback. That gamble did not pay off as they bring him down at the 12-yard line. Arizona State has the ball back in the offense, making its way onto the field. They didn't get much done the last time they had it, had to punt it away from deep in their own territory, hoping this drive will be more productive. The RPO, it's complete. And maybe he'll get back to the line of scrimmage, but no more than that.
Yeah, nice job by the defense. That's what you're supposed to do. As soon as they catch the football, you want to limit that yards after the catch, and he went nowhere after the catch. Nice job by the D.
What will they dial up on 2nd and a long way to go? Making side adjustments here. Wants to fire on 2nd down. Catch in the middle, it's Green. And makes the tackle at the 23 after he got 10.
You know, it's a nice throw by the QB there. When you're throwing to running backs, you got to make it easy on them. So you want to put it right on their body, make the catch simple, and let them go to work like they did just there, getting that first.
They'll keep it on the ground. The clock is on their side. Gets it past the marker. That's the kind of play that can really get you going as they get it out to the 36. The Sun Devils will have it 1st and 10. To the air on 1st down. Oh, he's going to try to hit him deep. And it's taken away by the defense, and they desperately needed that turnover. Got room on the return. Finally brought down, but what a play, not only to get the football, but to flip the field position with the return.
Let's go. Talk about leaving the door open. Yes, please. You think they might run the clock out, run the football consistently? No, sir. They put it in the air. We forced the interception. Great job by the defense. When they needed it the most, they came through.
Baylor has it back, and here comes the Bear offense. To the air, it's Hawkins. And the physical play there forces the incompletion on 1st down.
This is such an interesting moment for the offensive coordinator because you're already in field goal range with an opportunity to tie this game and send it to OT, but you want to be aggressive and you believe in your own playmakers to step up, and that's why they're still being aggressive in throwing the football. But there's a huge risk component with that. You can't take sacks and you can't turn it over. What do you do here if you're on offense?
Second down, they'll go to the air. Makes the catch. And the defense had that one well covered, just a short gain there. Timeout is called, and it's the defense wanting to make sure that everyone's on the same page for this big down. 3rd and short from the 22. Is the field goal unit getting ready, or is this already 4-down territory? From the gun, wants to pass. Got his man down the middle. And he gets it inside the 10-yard line. They'll mark it at the 9 where it'll be 1st and goal.
And it's on 3rd downs like this. If you want to attack the middle of the field, you got to look for the tight end. Really nice route. Great job looking that football in. You can tell
he's going for the goal line. Touchdown, Baylor! And with that, they move out front here in the 4th.
What a great job by this offense. And listen, I judge offenses by what they do in the clutch, in those big moments and right before the half, in the 4th quarter, late in the game, just like right here. You need a score. You got to go take the lead. They do everything they can. Now, defense, you're up. I need you to get me a stop.
And he's going to bring it out of the end zone. He was looking for some running room, but not much to be found as he stopped at the 18. Start this drive from the 18-yard line. Might be calling a hot route. A little too anxious along that offensive line. That'll be a false start. The officials offer the deal, and the coach accepts it. They will take the penalty. Here's the snap, ready to cut one loose. He's taking the deep shot. It's picked off, and that's number 10. He goes down after the short return, but what a play to get the football back.
Well, we've seen this defense make plays time and time again in this game. They may have just sealed it with that takeaway.
Give to the single back. And this one will be stopped for no gain.
Defense is about firing off, hitting the offensive guys